any given band. I think it's fun, actually. It's propagation and space weather and stuff like that kind of turn me on, and that's part of my interest in the whole hobby to start with, and so I'm really intrigued with the ability to be able to have a receiver in just about any location I want and probe that area with my own station and just kind of take it up. It's like sticking your finger in the wind, It's really it's really an amazing capability. Didn't have that available when I was active in the hobby. See, I was out of it for about 12, 13 years, I guess. I just got back in about 4.5 years. So I was off the air for quite a while, and before I got off the air, there was no SDRs. So it's kind of a neat thing. Come back in the hobby and find it. It's kind of transformed, the way I operate. And it makes it really enjoyable. And I don't think I could operate without staring at this dadgum waterfall. It's just a habit, It's become so ingrained. And it's a nice tool for dialing in your own station, too, in a way. I always figure, a guy can get his audio dialed in much better by listening to his own transmission than he can by, getting opinions and adjustments over the air, because everyone's got a different idea of what sounds good. And they'll say, oh, no, tweak this, no, tweak that, no, turn up this, turn down that, that game is like, and it can go on forever, and a couple days later, some other guy will say, oh, no, hey, just this or just that, But if you can hear your own transmitter, then, no need for all that. You can just dial yourself right in. Now you're going to say, you mean you sound that way on purpose? KD2OUA, KM4 exchange.
Sunburn. And it was really nice conditions there. The water was warm, and there wasn't any sharks or jellyfish or anything else that shouldn't be there. That water was really nice lately. We enjoyed that. We might get down there and one more time, depending on the storm. Next week looks pretty cool. So next week or the rest of this week, I don't think it'll be a beach week. Maybe next week. Oh, Flex is, you got that thing set up very well. The transmitter at the moment is a pair of 4-125s modulated by a pair. Old modulators, an old design out of the 46, 47 QST article. AB1. Some octal tubes doing the driving. And 455 watts is what it's saying as carrier output. And it's they're showing a little bit of color. I think that's supposed to be good for them. And you sound really good in the receiver. Really nice full audio. So it's really nice. just out playing around with the loop antenna. I made a homebrew receiving loop antenna, a shielded magnetic receiving loop antenna. You're coming in pretty good on that too. One of these days I'll get something where I can turn it. I think it's pretty broadbanded, but it has, I believe it has nulls in two directions. I don't know if it's which direction the nulls are, I forget, but and I wonder what the propagation difference between an inverted V and a flat top dipole, or even a dipole that's a little bit of a V. Mine sags a little bit in the middle, not nothing holding the center up, so. But I wonder what would happen if it was a V. Might work better. Don't really know. Not much of an antenna guy. So with that, back to you there, Skip. The neighbor next door's got a pool. They just had it redone. I guess they had to spray the cement, redo the cement part of it, and they seem to get a lot of use out of it. A lot of people don't get a lot of use out of their pools, and we never had a pool, and never had a boat. So I guess I'm 2 ahead on that score. WT1H from NCDTS.
Yeah, okay there, Brett. Very good. Yeah, we've had our pool for 45 years. 44, 45 years. And we put it in shortly after we moved up here. It only took, we had the land, but it was all woods. We had to knock down a whole bunch of trees and actually create the backyard that the pool sits in now. It come out very nice. A lot of work. But we were young then, and that's what we wanted to do. We spent the first year going to the beach, and from here we'd go over towards Gloucester, up here on the North Shore of Massachusetts, and you know the scene. Traffic jam going in, and traffic jam on the beach. 1,000 different radios, 1,000 different stations and music, and the bugs, the heat, the sand. And when my wife suggested, gee, maybe we should consider putting a pool in, it didn't take me too long to decide that, yeah, let's make it happen. Like I say, it was a lot of work. It took us a couple of years to get the thing installed. We just have a vinyl liner. It's in ground, but it's a vinyl liner. And we're on a third liner, which isn't bad out of 45 years. They say you can get about 15 years out of them. Well, we get over 20 on each one of them. So we just had a new one put in this spring, and it's beautiful once again. And that's the last go round for me. The next guy's going to have to worry about it. Age here is 7'6", and like I say, it's I'd like to be around, but I doubt like hell that I will. Yeah, antennas. Yeah, antennas are strange. I've got over an acre of land here that I sit on, but it's kind of rectangle shape, and why 40 and 80 meter antennas have to be inverted V type, because I'd be over into the neighbor's yard if I tried to flat top them. And that's the east to west direction. Now if I went north-south, I've got the room to top things, but then I'd be into the front yard, which I don't want to be. And for obvious XYL reasons. I'm lucky to get away with what I get away with. So anyway, I don't know which would work better, but I can tell you what fits is inverted V's up here. I also have a stepper 3-element. It's a 50-footer on a tower off the back of the house. And that's a telescoper. Goes down to about 30 feet. And I'm always taking it up and down depending on weather. I don't have any guys on it, except where it's anchored to the side of the house, right around the fascias. The fascias are only about 12 feet off the ground, though. So I make sure that, especially when the thunderstorms come around, I always get that thing down as low as I can get it. Last thing I need is to attract some lightning here, especially when it's not the XYL's favorite. So anyway, enough of all of that. Yeah, you're hanging in there. Yeah, 20 over. Very nice signal. And no strain, no pain here, which is usually not the case here lately. But, you know, maybe this is previews of coming attractions here, Brett, with the onset of some cooler weather. Maybe the conditions are they're going to start getting right again on the lower bands. And that's one thing that I always liked about when fall was rolling around.